Since I last posted a video on how to ask questions to a certain PDF using UiPath, a lot of you have pointed out that the activity Ask GPT is not working anymore and it's deprecated, and the process that we have created no longer works. So the good news is that UiPath have actually created a new activity that we are going to see today, and they made the process of interacting with the PDF so much easier. We need only 4 activities to achieve the same result as we used to have before. So today we are going to create the process, and at the end I will show you a link where you can download the projects and basically work around with it on your own machine. That being said, let's jump to my screen. Okay, so before opening UiPath and starting to create the process, as always, we're going to see the documents that we're working with. The first document is going to be the employment agreement that we used last time. It's a very good example because there is so much information that we can ask about. And that's very important and a very good use case to use. The second one is going to be an interesting use case where we have 2 passports in the same document, and we are going to extract information inside of these 2 passports at the same time. And we're going to see if UiPath will be able to detect that we first have 2 passports. And then we're going to see if it's going to be able to extract multiple information from 2 different passports at the same time. That's also an interesting use case that we are going to see today. Okay, that being said, let's jump to UiPath and start working. Okay, so now we have a new process that we have just created. We can go to Manage Packages. We only need 1 dependency, which is Documents Understanding. And we are going to have UiPath.DocumentsUnderstanding.activities, not .email, this one. And of course, we have the 2.6.0 preview. You can also work with the 2.5.0. Well, let's choose the latest one. Let's click on Install and Save. And here we are going to have Extract. We're going to find a new activity called Extract Document Data. This activity here, which is the activity that we are going to be using. So let's delete it for the moment. All right, let's start creating the process. The first thing that we're going to start with is the input dialog. So here, we're going to drag and drop the activity input dialog. It's going to be a question. The title is going to be a question. Then the input label is going to be, please ask your question. And then the value entered is going to be stored. We're going to click on Control K to create a new variable, and we're going to call it question. Good. Now we have the question stored inside of the variable question. The second thing we are going to need is select file, as always. So, browser file. And we are going to put that inside of a variable called iFile. And now we are going to use the activity Extract Document Data. This activity that we can find under Computer Vision, Extract Document Data. And here we're going to choose Predefined. Then we're going to choose Generative. And the prompts, in the field name, we simply going to name it Answer. And in the prompts, we are going to give the variable question that we've already created. And then in the input, we are going to click here to go to Advanced Editor. And we're going to use the class local resource dot from path. And we are going to use the iFile as path that we just had. Let's click on Save. And here we're going to go to the Properties and Outputs. And we're going to create a new variable, Control K, and let's call it Extraction. Good. Now we are good to go. We have the extraction. All we need to do now is show that extraction. So message box. We're going to put it here. Then we're going to have the extraction dot data dot answer dot toString. And that's basically it. So now we can simply launch our process. As you can see, it's 4 activities. Let's debug it now. And as always, we're going to start with something simple. You know what? Instead of just asking the question first, it's better if we choose the file and then start the question. It's better for the logic of the process. It's not going to change anything, but it's just better for the logic. So let's use the browse for file activity before the input dialog, because we're going to choose the file and then we're going to ask something about that file. So let's launch our process. Here, I've already placed my documents inside of the extracts PDF data project that I've created. We're going to choose the employment contract first. And here I'm going to ask my question. I'm going to say, open the document and see what we are going to ask about. Let's say, for example, we want to ask about what is the position that we have of the employment agreement. Okay, what is the position? Of course, it has been able to detect the position. So for the term of this agreement, the company agrees to employ the executive in a position of executive vice president and chief financial officer, executive vice president and chief financial officer. That is very good. Let's see something more complicated. Inside, some information that is not as easily findable. Let's say, for example, insurance coverage. Let's say company agrees to pay executive at current rate. The cover to be in lieu of medical benefits as selected. Okay, so let's say, for example, in which case the executive shall not be entitled to receive the 394 monthly payment. So it has to read this and give me the reason where the insurance coverage reimbursement is not being applied. So let's launch the process and see what's going to happen. Always employment contract. And the question was, and let's see what's going to say. Provided, however, if company does not provide such company-sponsored benefits plans, an executive is eligible to participate in such company-sponsored benefits plans. Executives shall not be entitled to receive 394 monthly payments. So let's see if in here. And the same any manner as company and third-party benefits provider make such opportunities available. Companies, regular full-time employees, provided, however, if the company does not provide such company-sponsored benefits plans, an executive is eligible to participate in such company-sponsored. So it's exactly what it has been able to detect in here. So it reads the text, understands it. It's generative AI, nothing to see here. Okay, so now we're going to go to the second document, the passports. As always, let's debug the process. We're going to choose the passports. And then we are going to ask, how many passports can you detect in the documents? Hopefully it's going to say 2. It's exactly the answer. So it's 2. That's good. Now let's ask a different question, a specific question about the second passport. What is the expiration date? Okay, so it gave me this answer. Let's see if it's correct. And okay, it is correct. It has been able to actually detect that this is the date of expiration, even though that it is very small. We can see that we have so many dates in here, and it has been able to go to the exact dates of the expiration and understand that this is the exact date of the expiry of this passport. So yeah, this is basically it. We have recreated the process in a very simple manner just for activities, and basically you can extract whatever you want as long as it's very clear and the quality of your PDF is good enough. So that's basically it. The last thing that I wanted to talk about before leaving you is basically the limits that has been introduced since last time. So if you go to cloud.uipath.com and we go to admin, and then we go to licenses and robots and services, as you can see here, the document understanding has been limited to 2 pages and 4 megabytes. So it's either 2 pages or 4 megabytes per PDF. We cannot go over 2 pages. That's why my examples were not more than 2 pages. Last time it has been able to go, I think, 10 or more pages. I think people have been abusing this community version. That's why UiPath have introduced this limit, which is understandable. It's a free service. So yeah, so a lot of people have been asking about 100 pages, 50 pages. It's not going to work. It can only work with 2 pages and less. Of course, if you want to go over that limit, you either have to purchase an enterprise license or you should start a pro trial. And before ending this video, if you want to download this process, you are going to find it in the website automationcampus.com. So you can just go to Automation Campus and then click on downloads. And you are basically going to find this in here. So you're going to find it with the thumbnail, the same thumbnail that I have on YouTube. I didn't add it yet because I didn't launch the video, but as soon as I will launch the video, you will find it here. You can download it, and you can also download all the other projects that I've had before. Sometimes I had the large files, so it's better to have them here instead of GitHub or other places. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell me all in the comments if you want me to make a video either about this or slightly different thing in UiPath or RPA in general. Thank you guys for watching and catch you guys on the next one.